and by the way, this is getting more and more cryptic, so bear with me. I feel like I've got a friend here, and he's a gentleman friend, and I know you would have had great times with him. He's in the spirit world, but you would have had good times with this guy. And I know that you would have been to a concert or a rave or something where there was lots of great music and stomping and just generally letting your hair down. And I feel like this guy would have been right by your side partying with you. So this is a gentleman that's a friend. I feel like he's kind of a similar age to you because you would have hung out. That's all I'm going to say for now. Does anyone understand this for a friend, a gentleman friend, a guy friend? What? No one's got a friend in the spirit world that they partied with? I don't believe you. Okay. So if we go a ripple out, a friend of a friend, I take the relationship away. So if this is not a friend, this is a family member, but you would have gone to concerts with him, stomped and clapped and listened to loud music and had a great time. No one understands this for a friend. I got this party animal here. He's to be claimed. No one understands this guy. All right. Because I do feel like I really lived my life. Okay. So I know I wholeheartedly embraced the music and the lifestyle that went with it. No one understands this guy. I don't believe you. I can't really leave him because he's either a friend or he's a family member and he's a party animal. I'm not saying that that's how he passed. I'm just saying that he knew how to have a good time. No, understand. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you have the epiphany and you have that face palm moment of, oh my God, I know who that is, you can email me and I can say, I told you so. Right? How's that? Let me just do one little kind of check. Okay, hang on. I think I have a way in. Anyone understand this with Dad? So if I take it as Dad would have been quite the lad in his day. No one understands it with Dad either. Okay. And no one's got a bit of a dark past here if I'm talking about you, Tracy.
That sounds very like my dad, but he's not passed yet. But I suspect he's very close to passing.
All right.
But I'm a bit strange.
Okay. So I've got to sift out what you've told me and what I'm getting. I'd rather listen to the spirit world here. Okay, that means I've got somebody else that's talking about your dad. Bear with me. This could be interesting. So if I said, Tracy, that your dad was a bit of a lad, you'd understand that. Right? And he danced on the edges of what was legal and what wasn't. Okay. And he had a damn good time doing it. Wouldn't regret a thing. Okay. Well, I don't know that. Okay, that's perception. But you'd understand that you would know certain stories that your dad's told you. All right. And I do know he's living, right? But then as I'm talking about him, what I'm doing is I'm kind of got my fingers out to the spirit world going, okay, well then who's telling me about this guy? Would you understand if Dad has a brother in the spirit world? And this would be your uncle. And your uncle would know a lot about your dad obviously. Okay, right. Okay. And your uncle was also probably right there alongside of him at certain times in his life up to the similar escapades. Do you understand? Okay. And I know that they were in and out of pubs even before they were old enough. Do you understand? Okay. And in and out of things might have fallen off the back of trucks and okay, all right. And if you needed something and you'd know, they would know, okay, so they were very well connected. Okay. But to them it was a lark, okay, because I know I'm having a great time. And then if I said, so I know that I've also gone, they must have gone to, I know you're English, Tracy. Do you understand if they went to soccer games? All right. So I said I'm yelling and screaming and stomping. It's not although I'm sure it would have been pubs and concerts, but it's soccer that I'm talking about. Do you understand? Okay. And I feel very loyal to my soccer team.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, all the culture that would have gone around the soccer that, you getting into, and certain pubs were only for certain teams and you didn't go to the other pub.
Yeah.
Or if you did, there'd be a Barney.
Yeah.
And okay, this is your uncle right alongside of him. Okay, now you told me that your dad's not doing that well.
Yeah.
And you're not sure. Okay, so it wouldn't be, I guess everyone is preparing themselves, including your dad.
Probably, yeah.
Right. Okay. Because I do know then in that case that this is your uncle here. Thank you for persevering with me, everyone, because it just felt like I can't leave this guy. So back to your uncle, I do feel like the message for you is the reassurance that your uncle is with you and him and preparing the way, and probably got I mentioned the football scarf before, but you'd understand the scarf here with him as well, of certain colors, and it was part of his identity, right? And so I know that he's preparing the football scarf and the beanies and the whole business. Okay, all right, for him. I'm not saying he's passing tomorrow, but I know that we all need to know who's going to be there for me when it's my turn. And your uncle is letting me know that he's sending all the support that he can for that and for you, because I know that that's what he wants to talk about, fun times. And bring that back. And your father must be in a position physically where a lot of that isn't possible anymore, and he wants to bring that life back to him now. Okay, not when he's spirit side, now. So I know that that's what he's bringing your dad. And even if you're not in contact with him or not, I do feel like I'm right there in the room. So I know that if your dad ever talks about your brother's been there. Okay, so I'm glad that I could get that. Thanks everyone for persevering with me. I love it.